the coal mine would go straight up through our playground and straight through the blacktop, which is really cool. So every now and then we'll find coal everywhere.
Like out here you can see it. And then you'll find pieces of the train tracks in the grass.
And there's a little cart and train track that was his name Bob or something like that? I forget what his name was, but he came down and put a coal cart down here.
It's
so
down there past the hill, and we'll show you.
Yeah, so that when we take people on tours, we can show them a little bit about what he did for us. And
do you remember what we learned yesterday in the tour for about what we could talk about in the tours with the path?
Oh yeah. So we'll tell you about that too, because Miss McCauley came in and taught us a little bit about the stream, and because that's Miss McCauley, so she took like the whole day, well, the whole afternoon after
lunch,
recess.
She'll try to take as much time as she can because she loves teaching.
And she says that the teachers will fight over having us, like for gym. One time Miss Kitzmiller, our gym teacher, was trying to get in to our classroom. Yeah, well, Miss McCauley said, no, don't open it. So none of the kids went and opened the door because Miss McCauley told him, no, don't open it. I still want to keep you guys. You're not going to gym, no. And
she eventually let her in.
Yeah, Miss Kitzmiller kept on knocking until Miss McCauley let her in.
So you can see part of the track right here. It's just metal.
Here's some too. It's kind of covered by
mud
and dirt. So, and here's a piece of wood that went across the train track. So they're going that way, so we'll go this way, so we don't run into yeah, so we don't run into second grade.
Okay, so this part is the coal mining part, and so right here is a company house, and the people who work at the sawmill or at the coal tipple or the coal mine would get paid in chinkies, and you could use that to rent these houses.
So these are our canary birds, and they would take these down in the coal mines, and if there was a bad gas and they wouldn't sing, then they knew to get out, and if they would sing, then they knew it was all clear.
But if they dropped dead, they really had to get out there really quick.
And this is like no ordinary playground, because it's based on the history of Crellin, and some playgrounds, like Bradford's playground, isn't based on anything of their history. So, and it's kind of cool because you get to experience all the history of Crellin.
So this is the Preston coal tipple, and you can see right here, it would just drop down into the crate, and they could just move on through.
So cray, you're probably wondering, because a lot of people wonder about what cray means. R is for Ron, or Ray.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think it was Ray.
Then the A was Ashby.
And I forget what the K and the Y was for.
And then it's just Crellin MD because that's where this is. And then I don't think Preston had to do with anything. It just was the name.
Yeah, it just was the name of the coal mines.
So that's all for this. That's got to do with history.
So over here is our Sunshine Hot Lot.
These rocks are for our river. Like the stream back there, it's the riverbed.
It represents our riverbank. So over here you can see that there's this big what is a log, and you can see the marks. And here's the saw, so it's cutting this big tree in half, and you can see the little marks and the designs on it be representing that the saw had cut it.
And then it's just a typical sawmill. And then over here is Schoolhouse 13, and it says 13, number 13 on the other side. And it was a one-floor school, and then when people started coming, they raised it up and built underneath.
And people say, well, why isn't it called Schoolhouse 13 because it's the 13th floor? But we always say no. They called it Schoolhouse 13 just because they wanted to, because it was a one-floor school at first, and then they took a crane, lifted it up, and built under it.
This is the company store, and they could use Pinky to buy stuff from here, like stuff that they needed, like clothes and stuff like that. And it's a sandbox, but people and animals from over there come and use the bathroom in this. So we've put down grass that was from the field when Doug, our janitor, mowed the grass. So that's all for the playground. That's the history.
So we'll show you a little bit down in our EEO. So I think they went that way. So we'll.
What does EEO stand for?
Environmental Educational Lab.
They went that way. So
We'll go straight.
Yeah, we'll teach you a little bit about what Miss McCauley taught us.
Now, who is Miss McCauley?
This is our principal, Miss McCauley.
So yesterday we learned this, that why the path goes the way it goes is because the pipes are underneath it. So our hill, what do you think it's made out of?
I don't know.
God, the coal and stuff from the coal mine. So there was a lot of it, so it was 9 feet deep. So they took it and they made a big pile of it. So then we just planted grass. We put dirt over it, planted grass, and it's our sled riding hill and our amphitheater. So this part's sled riding hill, and then on the other side there's big rocks and this big stage. And we'll tell you what the stage is.
And Miss McCauley, when Miss McCauley first got here, she said to remind people that she wanted to clean up the area, and she wanted all the gob to go into an amphitheater so that in winter the kids could come sled ride.
And because it costs a lot of money to get it removed.
So she sounds pretty smart. But no, she just knows other people who are smart.
So this is our sled riding part of the hill. When we go around, we'll teach you a little bit about what we have outside when it's nice out. And there are stairs where you can come down, and rocks, so there's a place to sit when we have our pep assemblies. So
When you have your what?
Pep assemblies. Like if it's really nice out, we'll have the whole school come out and we'll sit on the rocks, and then the teachers will sit on the end of the seat where the class is, and then Miss McCauley or whoever's helping with the pep assembly will stand on the stage and talk.
So as we walk around the corner of our amphitheater, we'll start to see what is a big round circle made of brick. Well, Emily will tell you a little bit about what this represents.
Okay, so first this is a tree. This is the trunk of a tree, but it's 16 feet up from the base of the tree.
So like 16 of these over was how tall it was.
So, okay. So this is, alright, so let's say this is the base of the tree, which the base of the tree will be bigger than this. 16 feet from the ground up is the size of this.
And usually trees start with a big base and then come up as skinny, but this tree went straight up. So we'll head down. You want to go that way and then come around because then
Well,
cause we're going that way anyway.
yeah, because we can go this way and then come around and go that way.
Okay. So what we were telling you a little bit about the coal cart is right here with our track, and it gets a little muddy over here. So if you wanna come over here,
My tires and over there.
and in Crellin, my mom can't send me with any good clothes because we know that we'll be out here, we'll be working. If it's nice, Miss McCauley has this huge to-do list for 5th grade to be out here doing. So that's usually what we're doing on nice days.
So they found this and they found the track. So we got the track right here, and then you can see we chained it down so it doesn't get rolling down.
And this was one of the actual coal carts that they had whenever the coal train was coming.
But you can see that they put new wood in it because it would have been rotted.
Yeah, it was rotty. So we'll head down here and we'll show you a little bit of our vernal pool.
Now, has it always been like this, or how was this kind of grown up and you cleared it out, or?
Well, so there's a line of school property, and that's the part that they cleaned up, and that was school property. But the rest of it was a dump. They would come out and dump stuff. Like Miss McCauley said that when they came out, they found parts of a house, mattresses, toilets.
And she said that off of school property, people were doing stuff that they shouldn't have been doing. So Miss McCauley found the money and bought the
extra
rest.
land.
And
So they were allowed to.
She had kids. She had her 2 little kids coming out here, Cooper and Kenzie, and they were out here cleaning up the stream, and they were out here cleaning up beds and stuff and taking it to dumps. So that this land wouldn't be a dump to people in houses living over there, so that they wouldn't throw toilets and stuff. And Miss McCauley said that there was this one kid that he didn't know that they bought the school property.
Well, first they do that. Okay, let's say right here's the line, and he was right here, and here's school property. Miss McCauley was right here, and the kid was right here, and he wasn't doing stuff that he should be. He was doing really bad stuff. So Miss McCauley said that he needs to leave, or she'll make him leave. And he said, "You can't touch me. I'm not on school property." So she said, "Okay, that's how you want to be. Okay." And she went, got some money, and she bought the land. So when he came back, she said, "I bought the land. It's not our land, and you can't be here." So he never came back.
Because she told him, well, they had a little talk because Miss McCauley is, you probably know Miss McCauley. When she wants her land, she wants her land. So she had a talk with the kid, and she never saw him again.
Yeah, she wasn't mean about it, but she was serious, and she said, "You can't be doing this. We have little kids around here, and you can't be doing this around here."
What are you two? Have you thought anything about what you want to do when you get older?
I either want to be a makeup artist and a hair art stylist, or I want to be a teacher. I really like taking care of kids, but I like doing hair and doing makeup and stuff like that.
For me, I would like, the coolest thing for me to do, I would like to grow up and help people clean up trash and litter all around the world, so that we can make a difference and not have pollution in our area. And also, I'm kind of a fan of singing, so also when I grow up, I kind of want to be a singer. There was this guy on school property once. He came up and he was drunk, and Miss McCauley chased him with her shoe, her high heel. She ran after him with her high heel up like this and said, "Get off school property!"